Hi friends, Jessie here from jessiebanks.com and long time no see. So, COVID and lockdowns killed my mood, killed my mojo, killed my give a crap, if I'm going to be completely honest. I digress. I have discovered that without filming, I'm probably not making anything. Now I have done lots of sketching and lots of paintings and all sorts of different things in my sketchbooks and stuff, but I've basically quit card making, which is something I really enjoy. So I figured I got some new paints and a new palette that I can fill up, and that means that I should film a video. And hopefully it'll spark some mojo to come back. A new computer, I got all sorts of things, and I just haven't been creating. So anyway, we all know that I love Stoneground Watercolors. I have quite a large collection of them, and they are coming out with some new ones. I do have a handful of them here. I don't believe these are available for purchase yet, but I was blessed to be gifted 7 different colors. And they've also released a new palette to them, so whereas my old palette had a sticker on them, this one is actually printed right onto the palette. It's a silver palette. I think it's really cool. It's something kind of different. It only folds once as opposed to the tri-fold, like these palettes that fold, that fold in 3. This one only opens. So I got something in my hand and I can't grasp this. So you pop it open and you have room for 48 watercolors. I do believe, see, the center is a little bit wide to put an extra one in, but you could magnet them or tape them in there if you needed more than 24 colors. It's also got a cute little bumblebee printed up there. The bottom is the same stainless as the rest of the palette, and the top has a nice white enamel finish for mixing colors. I am super excited for this, and I would like to thank Russ, Jenny, and Eric, of course, for giving me the beautiful palette. I really appreciate it. They don't give it to me to do videos and things. I have been shopping at Black Dog Art Supplies for a very long time. I'm friends with Jenny and Russ and Eric. I get along with them wonderfully, and I can't say thank you enough for this. So I'm going to start by swatching out the new colors that I have on hand here, and then I'm going to pull the colors that I think would make a really pretty 24 set of paints for me, and over the next little while we're going to see if I use them that way or if I have to trade some out. So starting off here, we'll swatch these. So I am going to, as I've learned to really like to do lately with any watercolors, I'm going to put a couple of drops of water into each pan just to get them nice and wet. It makes them easier for me to pick up. It's not that they're difficult to re-wet. I do it with my Daniel Smith and everything now. I just guess that's something that's changed. So our first color here is called Golden Yellow Ochre. It's pretty. It's really pretty. I don't have a pigment information on hand. Actually, hold on. I'll get it. Just kidding, these aren't on the website. But I can get the information from them for you guys if you're interested. Just shoot me a comment and I'll pop them an email and get that for you. This one is called a Brown Ochre. I've used this one a lot. I really like it. I think it's beautiful. Actually, in here on this guy, I used the brown ochre as one of the colors to mix the coffee in the coffee cup up here. It looks like a sunset. I like it. If you flip it upside down, it looks like a steaming cup of coffee, but you know. Anyway, so that's brown ochre. This is Caput Mortem, or Caput. I don't know if it's Mortem. Anyway, Caput is what I have written down on my pan. So, but it's a beautiful purpley brown. I really love the autumnal feel as we are in autumn here where I live in Saskatchewan. This is Chromium Oxide. This is not a transparent color, but it mixes some beautiful greens and works well for painting leaves and florals and things of that nature. Mayan deep green. This is a really pretty blue green. Like it's blue, but it does have a green undertone. I don't know how to explain it. It looks wonderful in oceans. It looks beautiful in florals and leaves and greenery and things of that nature. I find it a really useful color. It'll give you like a really deep, moody sky, things of that nature. Then we have my favorite color from the 7 that I received, and this is Delft Cobalt Blue. And I think it is absolutely perfection. Is that not gorgeous, you guys? So pretty. And last but not least on this list is Iron Oxide Black. So, just a really nice deep black color. Goes well with all the other blacks I have because I am definitely somebody who enjoys black in their watercolors. So that is the 7 new colors I have that are coming from Stoneground. I think it is a fantastic autumnal palette. It makes me really happy. So I am going to let this dry and then we will come back and go through the other colors and pick out 24 that I think would make a really pretty palette for working with. Okay, so we've got our dried swatches of the 7 new colors. This is my other Stoneground Paint Company set. And these are all the swatches of them. So I'm just going to put this off to the side so I can pull colors as I decide what I want to do, because I'm indecisive and it's rough. So let's see here. Okay, first things first, I will always pull Gamboge and Quinacridone Gold, Red Gold, because those mixed together will make a beautiful Quin Gold, which will keep me happy. So let's pull these out here. So we're going to take Gamboge. Boy, I haven't pulled anything out of this palette in so long that everything's glued in. And Red Gold. Come on. Come on. There we go. And Red Gold. So that's for sure. Other colors that are a necessity by me is, oh, what do I want here? Oh, what do I want? I don't have Vivianite swatched in here, which is this one. It's not in here. I'll have to put it on this side, but that's okay. Okay, so I've got Gamboge, Red Orange. These ones will go down by the neutrals. What other colors do I have to have, you guys? This is not as easy as one would think. I'm going to pull Magenta, which is, of course, shoved in right on the end here, because why would I make it easy on myself? Come on. There we go. That's Magenta. And I do want Titanium Buff. Okay, well, we got Titanium Gray first and Titanium Buff, which are 2 colors I use lots. So we'll take those. Perylene Maroon. Which is right here. Perylene Maroon. Okay. what is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I can't promise I will put the black iron oxide in there. It's a nice granulating color though, but we'll see. We will see. I do want Indian Throne, which is right here beside Vivianite. Let's pull this guy and move him over. Come on. Indian Throne. And we will take phthalo for mixing greens. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's pull some browns or I won't like myself later. We'll take, what is this? Raw Umber Green shade. Burnt Umber. Oh, that whole pan's falling apart. That's okay. Burnt Umber. And Raw Sienna. I want you to pop out here. This is Raw Umber Dark Neutral. I know I want Raw Sienna and Pazuli Red Earth. Come out! So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. Pipestone Pink and Armelian Purple Ochre. That's 21. Dioxazine Purple because they make my favorite dioxazine purple of any company. 22. Naphthol Red, which is this one. Oh, come on. And I'm going to put mine red too. That should give me 24. Now, I may have room to add a couple extra. I have to start putting them in here to find out. So, let's start this process here. Okay. So, we start with Gamboge, Quinacridone Red Gold, Naphthol Red, Mayan Red, Quinacridone Magenta, Perylene Maroon, Dioxazine Purple, 3, 6, 7. Oh, this might hold more than 24 pounds, which is always nice because then as I'm using I can add things if I'm missing them. So, what do we got here? I want to put all of my neutrals on the bottom if I can. My hair is stuck in that pan. See, I should have moved my yellow. I like my yellows on this end though, so that's just the way it's going to be. We'll go from purple into blue. And then we'll throw our one green on the end. So, we'll start with phthalo. If I do have room, I will pop a cobalt teal in there yet. Phthalo, then Delft, then Indanthrone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will be able to put a cobalt in here. That's good. Come on out, my friend. And then we can pop our green at the end here. That's 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, now onto our bottom row. We'll start with the golden ochre. Then the brown ochre. Then the raw sienna warm shade. Then Pauzuli Red Earth. Then we can put Kaput, Pipestone, Armenian Purple Ochre. This is Mayan Green Deep. Raw Umber Green shade. Burnt Umber, Raw Umber, Dark Neutral. We will put the Mayan Green Deep up in the top. Oh, I just stuck my finger in it. Hang on, I need to wash my fingers off, or I will have blue-green paint everywhere, and I will not like myself. Then we will put the titanium gray and the buff titanium. So that leaves me room for one more pan on this side, and I can always put some in the middle if I really need to, but we're going to try this to start. I wanted to break it down to 24 colors, and I failed miserably because I'm at 25, but that's okay. I will be right back and we will swatch all of these. Okay, I am back and we can start swatching. I am just going to drop a drop of water in each and every color to get them started. Like I said, this is how I prefer to do things now. So we are going to do it that way. Just 1 or 2 drops in each one. It doesn't have to be a ton. I'm not trying to wet the entire pan and make the whole thing soft. It's just so that it's nice and easy to pick up. I did start the Pipestone and the Armenian Ochre Purple a little earlier because they do take a little more time to re-wet. But with spraying all my paints and stuff before I start, that's not a problem because it don't matter because everything gets pre-wet. So we will start off with Gamboge. And then quinacridone Red Gold. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? I know these are kind of far away. I want to keep everything in frame and probably zoom in a little bit here. We can go like that. That'll make it a little easier to see. Okay, then we've got Naphthol Red, which is like super fire engine red. I think it's stunning. Now this palette will probably be mainly used for fall, and then I will probably rework it for like winter colors, but for now this is what it is. So Mayan Red. And I like to put a concentrated color on the one side and wash it out so that you can see kind of a bit of the full range that the color can achieve for you. I just find it makes it easier when I'm choosing colors as to what to pick. Quinacridone Magenta. This one's pretty. I find it's a little too Purple sometimes. I wish I had more of a Quin pink, but it works until they make me my Quin pink. Then I have Perylene Maroon. This is one of my favorites. I would also love to see a Perylene Green in this line, because Perylene Green is probably one of my most used in my Daniel Smith line. I could easily just put a Daniel Smith palette of Perylene Green in here. I don't know. I've just always enjoyed painting with one company at a time as opposed to mixing and matching, which is odd because I should really just pick based upon colors, not companies, but that's okay. Cobalt Teal. This is a super bright one, but it does definitely have its place and come in handy with the things I paint in terms of florals and stuff of that nature. It is looking like a pretty well-rounded palette. I know there's a ton of earth tones, which are something I never painted with for a very long time. So this is Phthalo Blue. I didn't paint with earth tones. It's like, I don't need browns. Who needs a brown? And now I'm like, I want like 12 colors and 12 browns, or earth tones, I guess, because there's like some yellow earth tones and things, but yes, I definitely have become an earth tone fan over the years of painting. So this is our Delft Cobalt Blue. This is one of the new colors again. Actually, I think it's the only new color I've swatched thus far, is the Delft Cobalt Blue. It's beautiful. Indian Throne Blue. Sometimes you'll hear me pronounce it Indanthrene. Depends on the company as to what they go by. It's usually the same color. So this is Chromium Oxide Green. It is definitely a oh my goodness, a non-transparent color. Yeah, it's not see-through. I can't think of the word I want right now. And then this is our Mayan Green Deep, which is more of a blue-green, and I probably should have swapped these around in terms of where they were in color order, but that's okay. So those are two of the new colors as well. I gotta let this dry because I should have swatched this side first. I'll be back. Okay, so now back onto the second half. So Gold Ochre, again, one of the new colors. And I really like that it's sitting beside the gamboge because it's definitely a yellow. But you can see how earthy it is compared to how bright and vivid the gamboge is. I will have a photo of this also on my Instagram, which will be linked down below if you're interested in seeing a closer photo of all the colors. This is a brown ochre. And I have a raw sienna warm shade. So this kind of makes it a little more apparent what I meant by having all like my bright colors on this side and then a bunch of earth tones on this side. Because these three are not a lot different, but I use all three quite regularly. Now we have Pauzuli Red Earth. I really like this color. I haven't reached for this one a bunch, ever. But lately I've been drawn to it and using it more, so I thought if I threw it in here, I'll use it. Because I'm really hoping to not swap out a bunch of colors and make this palette work for me for a while, and I think it will now that I'm swatching them all out and kind of seeing the colors side by side in actually painted as opposed to just in their pans, because looking at colors in pans can definitely be very deceiving. This one is Pipestone. This is a very light color. It doesn't have a lot of body to it. But I think it's gorgeous and I really enjoy it, and florals, especially, and it's super washed out watery tone, just as kind of like a highlight piece on some white flowers. Then Armenian Purple Ochre. I use much in the same way as Pipestone. It's another not an overpowering pigment, but gorgeous, but absolutely gorgeous. Raw Umber Green shade. This is a beautiful green brown, and depending on what you use it in, it will lean one way or the other. I find that if I do lots of cool flowers, purples and things like that, that color reads very brown. But if I put it against a bunch of other colors and in leaves and things, it reads more green, so I kind of teeter it back and forth and use it just like any other paint wherever I see fit. Burnt Umber, a very traditional brown, gorgeous. But also like a sepia. I should not be greedy until I get the ones I want before I start asking for more. Raw Umber dark shade, so this is a very deep dark raw umber. And you can see how it is browner than our green form. Titanium gray. I reach for this one a bunch. It's got a lot of white in it, like it's definitely got a lot of white pigment in it, but I love it. I don't use a lot of like white watercolors by any stretch, but I tend to use that color and this next one, the Buff Titanium, to kind of dirty lighten colors. And that's it, guys. That's my entire palette that I'm going to try and play with for the next little while. So I'm hoping to do some videos of cards, some videos of my own artwork and everything using this palette on the channel. Now that I've got my tripod and my camera set up, I won't take it down, so hopefully I'll keep filming. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video and getting a look at what I'm doing with some of my Stoneground watercolors. I will have them linked in the description box below, as well as my blog and all that other kind of fun stuff. I'm not affiliated with them, but I will definitely link to their store. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.